like to give a shout out and my sincerest apology to Little Pac nephew, Young Nut, with a tenfold hard time hustler. Rest in peace to your pops, bro. From the bottom of my heart, bro. That was my bad. That was my fault right there, man. And rest in peace to T-Mac and Jumbo. So all together, rest in peace to Big Peanut, Big T-Mac, and Jumbo, man. Rest in peace, bro. I always show love to the tenfold hard time hustlers, bro. Always, man. You know, I was just doing a little history on the thing, man, but I always show love. It's all love with me, bro. Pac, you know what I'm saying? You like a big bro to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to your nephew, Young Nut, man. Rest in peace to your pops, cuz. It's all love, man. Straight from S.Wiggins' mouth, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to tenfold hard times, bro. That's what it do. Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. I'm back with another list for y'all, but this one gonna be a little different, man. Today we gonna cover the top 12 richest hoods that was known for getting money back in the day. You know, with respect to all these different hoods, I'm not gonna put them in any specific order, so the numbers really mean nothing, okay? So nobody's above anybody. So don't take it personal which one is number one, number two. You know, it's kind of all the same. Every hood had to have their time to shine, get their money on, get their hustle on, man, get their bag. And number two, before we get into it, a lot of these different hoods, I'm not going to judge how they got their money, however they got it, whether it be from a lawsuit, from this, that, whatever. They got their money on, man, and it's going to be mostly associated with the faces of the hood, like the most popular people that brought money to the hood and all that. You'll see what I'm talking about, man. I know you're tired of me talking, so let's get straight to it, man. All right, number 12. The Broadway Gangsta Crips. Now, real quick, I'm sure you heard for a long time that the Broadway's been getting money over there. I've been hearing about all kind of sweeps and investigations on them for a long time. And the crazy thing is, the face of Broadway gangsters, G Perico, has done millions of interviews talking about how he got blurred by the Jakes for getting his hustle on. Now, G Perico is a millionaire at this point. He done pretty good for himself with the rapping thing. He owned his own boxing gym, and I salute all of that. But when you look at his old pictures of him, you can see even way back in the day, he was driving nice cars. Broadways, y'all ain't slick, nigga. Y'all was eating good. Let me hold something. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, for sure, man. Broadway's been getting money, man. Next, Southside Compton Crib. If we talk about people who brought money to the set, we gotta talk about two very important brothers, Baby Lane and Keefy D. Baby Lane often gets a bad rap and is often frowned upon for allegedly being responsible for the Tupac murder. But I'ma switch it on up and give him his flowers. Baby Lane was one of the most sharpest, hustle-minded dudes in California history. And trust and believe, if he was alive today, he would be a huge executive sitting in the office somewhere with a lot of M's, but still in the streets. Besides being a stepper, he had a sharp business mind that allowed him to set up small shops in different areas of hoods in Compton, reaping him large amounts of profit. But his uncle was an even greater mastermind. Love him or hate him, Keefy D at one point was the man in Compton. He had lowriders, acres of property, and some of the most lavish Armani Versace suits that money could buy. Now picture this, when Keefy D met Diddy back in the 90s, he had more money than Diddy. When Keefy D met Diddy, Puff Daddy, he had more money than Diddy, bro. Let that marinate. These two, along with others, brought money and created opportunities for the impoverished families of the Southside Compton Crip hood. Free Keefy D. Rest in peace, Baby Lane. Number 10, Mob Paru. If we go give Keefy D and Baby Lane they flowers for bringing money to their set, we got to give it up for Suge and the Mob Parus. When Suge got into power, man, he did it up, bro. Suge is known for buying his artists all kind of Benzes and Bentleys and houses. Whether or not they be in the artist's name, it don't matter. You know, he really took care of his artists and he did the same for his hood, man. And if you don't believe me, you can ask the Mob Parus. Now, of course, there's certain people from, you know, Mob that's gonna be like, oh man, he didn't really do as much for me and do this for me. Well, he gave you something, that's for sure. He gave you something, bro. And when you think about it, bro, when you got somebody from the hood that came from your hood and they came up, whether they give you little to nothing or a lot, you's a grown man, homie. Nobody owes you nothing. But if you wise, you go take advantage of an opportunity. Use your brain, grasshopper. Number 9, 4-6 neighborhood Crips. 4-6 neighborhood Crips is one of the hoods that's often overlooked. It's a smaller set over there across Western and kind of its own thing. They with the 40s, but they kind of their own thing. I don't know the specifics, but for sure, if you know the history, that Hot Dog, one of my favorite Crip figures in history, he was allegedly shot in the back by the police, wrongfully, and he ended up suing the LAPD. Now, Hot Dog, he really came up, man. He got some millions for the police. He brought money to the hood. He had an expedition, an Escalade, whatever he had. He had nice cars. He took care of the hood. He even bought his own jewelry stuff. For sure, he did it up, man, back in his time, man. And unfortunately, he passed away from a homicide over there in Beverly Hills. And rest in peace to him. Number 8, the 8-7 Gangsta Crips. Shouts out to Big Zigzag. He was one of the realest steppers out there in the 8-7 East Side Gangsta Crips. And even though his hood was been getting money since way before, they also came up with one of the 8-7 gangsters was falsely imprisoned and hit they behind with a fire lawsuit. Now, I ain't gonna speak on this particular one for too long, but just know the 8-7s was eating. Shouts out. Number 7, the 111 Neighborhood Crips. Now, since a kid, everybody and their mama used to say, man, the 111s is getting money. They getting it over there. They had young ninjas pushing lowriders and doing their thing, and all the witches was on their job. And if you see Dead Homies, the movie, the proof is in the pudding. Do I even need to explain? Number 6, original Front Hood Compton Crips. I ain't gonna hold you. Ask your daddy. Ask your uncle, ask your auntie, ask your mama. Sure, you could even ask your granny. Where did they used to go in Compton to get some dip for their sausage chips? And that's as far as I'm going. If you ain't catch on, you just lost in the sauce. This hood that had enough indictments and, that's that. So if you know, Ross El Segundo, OFH was getting dough. Period. Next, Squiggly Lane Bloods. If you remember my tribute to the fallen soldier Stoneback for Squiggly Lane Bloods, then you definitely remember me saying he put his hood on his back as far as being in the field, and he was getting to the bag. And what I respect is he wasn't even tripping on colors. He was getting money with East Coasters and all that back in them apartments, and red and blue made green. Wake up, people. The Squiggly Lane Bloods also had a few other homies getting money in their section. I won't say no names out of respect and, my street morals, but shouts out to them. Next, Main Street Mafia Crips. We had to bring up the Main Streets. Main Streets was getting that cash, bro. I heard many things, homie. One very important figure in their community was, rest in peace, OG Del Dog. He was one of the richest street dudes to come off of the streets of LA. He owned his own rap conglomerate, Faux Life, was collaborating with renowned artists like Snoop Dogg and Trey D. He even had ties to Shaq, Steve Harvey. He did it up, man. And even besides that, man, the Main Streets, when you see a Main Street, they always fly, they sharp, they get in the bag, man. So for sure, shouts out to the Main Streets. All right, I ain't want a single, specific hood out, so I would just say the Hoopers. After Tootie Reese, Freeway Rick was hands down probably the biggest dope dealer in South Central. Now, even though he didn't gangbang, Rick had strong ties to the Hoovers, and I recall a few brothers in the area saying they got money with him, allegedly. But we ain't gonna act like besides that, the Hoovers don't get money. Dude. They own Figueroa. Enough said. In the wise words of Schoolboy Q, we own. Turn that white to stone. You popping pills. Shit, we selling pills. Pussy selling hills. The bitches do look better in some hills. I'm just saying, though. Next, you got the dollars earned always. Gangster Crips. You a real Wixter, right? You been here since day one, huh? Even though I know you lied and you just started watching my channel after Cartoon was a guest on here. But then you might have seen my old Forgotten Hoods episode where I spoke on the dollars earned always Gangsta Crips. These young men was vicious gangsters,
but allegedly, some were also known to have good paying jobs as dock workers by the sea who would unload and offload ships, and they used to get paid big as, you know what I'm saying? They was getting money over here, man. And like I told you, man, ain't no shame in having a job and being from a hood, bro. Because even in that episode, I remember saying, hey, bro, I remember when I had a job back then. You know what I'm saying? When I was, you know, younger, I was getting to the bag, man. I had a job. I had a 9 to 5. I wasn't standing on the block. I found a connect, bought all kind of blabbers, you know what I'm saying? Started, you know what I'm saying, hooking the homies up, you know, giving them out. I was passing them out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with a job. And what's this up here? I remember it used to be $800 for a blam back in the day in Cali. What's this up here? Y'all paying $1,300, $1,200 for a blammer, girl? Oh man, you gotta holler at the Wixter. I'm in Miami. I don't pay more than $2-3, cuz. I might get it for free. Holla at your boy, man. We gonna fix that, man. Holla at your boy, man. You got my number. All right, you know, quote unquote number one, even though this ain't really your order, just, you know, showing love. It's a tie, you know, between the grapes and the bounty hunter, you know, because I'm trying to push unity. You already know the Grape Street's been getting that money since way back in the days. Look at OGs like Honcho, who really did it up back in his time. And Harrio from the Nickerson Gorings, who I heard he gave Suge the money to start Death Row. And something like that. Don't quote me, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to give it up to both of them, man. You know, they really did it up for their projects, man. Shouts out to them, man. But yeah, that's gonna conclude it. You know, it's a lot more I could have named, man. Shouts out to Santana Block. Of course, you know, the Tanners is getting money for sure. OG, we already know about OG Turtle, OG Gangster. I watch OG Gangster right now. You know what I'm saying? So, for sure, man. And it's a lot more I could have named, man. But yeah, just blame it on my heart, man. I just made a quick list, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. I'm out of here.